All right, we're recording. Let's see. And in 3, 2, 1. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling?
We good though.
No, what's going on with that foolishness? We supposed to be here spreading love and light to everybody and all the rest of this. Let's do that again. 1, 2, 3. How you feeling?
We good though.
We good though. Y'all suck.
We're not.
No.
So I like that would like be an almost like on some, you know. I mean, we good though, but are we America? No.
Though, man. We good. We good. I mean, you know, this is entertainment. We're here to make people and help people feel good and feel better. Not sit down and look at them like, that ain't what it's about. It's about, like, you know, give people something good to laugh about in these times, be that positivity in these times. So
Speaking of laughing, did y'all see that thread where it was basically a thread of black people laughing?
I didn't see that.
Well, what's your thing?
No. There's like there's a whole thread of just spreading positivity, and of course it was just showing the different styles of how black people laugh. So thank you, Robin. We have our screamers, we have our runners, and we have our leg slappers. So which one of the laughers are you? For me, I'm a screamer and a runner. If I start laughing, I gotta run. So
it depends on the situation for me, man. I mean, some are just chuckles and some are like, you know, bent over laughing, feeling good kind of thing. So it depends on what makes me laugh. If it's a joke coming from any of y'all, it's probably not a laugh at all.
because you're a hater. That's why.
I hate this hater.
You are a hater.
Y'all don't. You need to learn some funny jokes.
Stop it. I have buku jokes that are funny and you literally refuse to laugh.
I told a great joke this morning. It was to you, Raheem.
And it wasn't funny.
This would happen. I call Raheem. I was like, Raheem, what you doing? He's like, I'm taking a nap. I say, man, you got to stay woke.
Thank you. No one laughed, Lou.
Y'all haters.
Thank you, guys.
Y'all haters.
Thank you, Lindsay.
You
Thank
know you wanted to laugh.
That was not funny, Lou. That was
You
not
let it out.
funny.
Jay let it out now. Sanish trying to hold it in. That was funny.
I
really-
want everyone to see this. I want everyone to see this. Tell your joke again, Lou, so
No.
nobody can laugh at it.
The joke was hilarious. I laughed, okay? I
Just
laughed.
because you laughed don't mean it was funny.
You wanted to laugh. You were too sleepy to laugh.
If I wanted to laugh, I would have laughed just now when you said it again.
Sir, you were holding it in to prove a point, sir. Look, Lindsay's still laughing at it. That's all.
These two,
Raheem, I ain't even gonna laugh.
Wait. So these two ladies are holding in their laugh to prove my
Lindsay,
point as well?
laughed.
You laughed,
Nobody's
Lindsay?
gonna laugh. Trust me. Lil, I'm gonna give you an L. You took an L on that one. That's a loss. No.
You
Sorry. I always give my dues. I
just
get my props. This one, no.
Thank you. Thank you,
need to
Didi.
wake up.
Thank you.
Stop napping. Y'all need to wake up and stop napping. Because the revolution is being televised and y'all sleeping. Y'all taking naps. That's all I'm saying. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. That's what I'm saying.
We hear you, Lou. We hear you.
That's what I'm saying. Revolution is
I
being
hear you, but you
televised.
ain't saying that.
Wake up.
So I got two kinds of laughs, Raheem. I got
Okay.
one kind when you laugh so hard that no sound comes out.
Yeah. Oh, I know that one.
That's
Okay.
what Jay just did. He just did that on my joke.
No, he didn't. He did not laugh.
Nothing came
There was
out.
no reaction.
Nothing came out, man.
No one laughed at that joke. Jay, finish that what you're saying.
T, where'd you go?
See, it was so funny. He froze. He's like, there
Lou,
That was funny.
Lou,
it is.
your joke was not funny, Lou.
My humor is jacking it. It's freezing the internet. Is so powerful. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my gosh.
It's stanking up the place. You got that right.
We gonna go and do stand up, and I'm gonna wipe everybody off the stage.
No, you not. Not if you tell a joke like that.
And out of the room.
All y'all gonna be like, hey, look, man, look, here's my card. Y'all just mad because I never laughed at y'all.
No,
Y'all
they not.
You're a hater.
being petty. See,
My joke was funny.
Your joke was funny. Dee, you always come with good jokes. Jay
Thank
be
you.
having the good jokes. Lou, that joke just wasn't it, man. It wasn't it, bro.
It wasn't it.
Y'all saw my joke on Facebook, though?
I saw your stupid joke.
That was
Yes, hold it. I'm saying it later, so I already know. I love it.
Thank you.
that was great.
It is all right. If it wasn't for me a few episodes ago, priming the pump on that joke, it wouldn't have been funny. But I primed the pump on your Return of the Mac joke from like episode 9. So
You did not.
you're welcome.
What?
You're
You
welcome.
did not. I totally got that off of Twitter. That
Return
ain't have
of
nothing
the
to do
Mac.
with you.
Yeah, Return of the Mac.
But
You're
that's not the one. It's another one. So I shall share it. Reshare.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. All right, cool. Y'all didn't answer my question though. Jay answered my question. Lou answered my question. What about you, Lindsay? What about you, Dee? What type of laugh are you?
I'm a screamer.
And I'm a drooler.
I feel like Raheem is setting y'all up for something. Are you setting him up for something, Raheem?
No, I'm not. I'm just asking because normally I don't have questions to ask. So this week I thought I'd be different and start the show with asking a question. Ooh. Did you like that? Ooh. Let it rain. I clear it out. Ooh, I let it rain. Ooh, I clear it out.
What's going on? So, Raheem is being his normally disruptive self. Welcome, all of you people, future funk stars, all the people of the world. This is episode 12 and 2, 10 and 2, 10 and 2. Episode 12. Check that out. So we are the band Waterseed, and this is our vlog called What?
We good, though.
We good, though, baby. So Raheem kicked it off with a pretty cool question. This very first question ever. It's great that it took him 12 episodes to show up.
I'm impressed.
It took him 12 episodes to show up with a question.
Lou, not Lou, look, bro.
You know,
Look.
12. Yeah, see, no, sir. Moving right along. So, like this Saturday, we're going into phase numero dos of the New Orleans situation. New Orleans has been doing pretty good though, because haven't had any deaths and like no cases of coronavirus and everything. So it looks like, you know, how y'all feeling? Y'all get to go out a little bit more. They're gonna be gyms are opening again. Quite a few things are happening that just weren't allowed to happen. Movie theaters are opening again. Let me pull up the list real quick. But how y'all feel about that?
So here's my thing real quick. You know, with the gyms opening, so I'm not going to the gym. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
I got to. I gotta figure it out.
Nope.
I'm about to. What I am going to do as a result of this time over the past couple months is I'm canceling my gym membership.
Mm-hmm.
Period. There's no need for it, and I've adjusted. Okay, so I will find myself outside working out early in the morning because it's too hot outside.
Yeah. Dee, I'm right there with you. I canceled my gym membership back in April, actually, because I used to see Lou all the time at the gym when we used to go to Planet Fitness. So I'm not doing that. I just ride my bike. I have a few like weights set up at home, and that's literally what I'm going to do, because I don't necessarily trust the city opening back up just yet. I don't necessarily trust it. You know, I'm not. I mean, coronavirus. I mean, by the way, we have a cool song for coronavirus.
We do. We'll get to that, Raheem.
Okay.
I am going to the gym because I'm not disciplined enough. I need to go when I need to go. And my schedule is so crazy. It's like when I have a little open space, I have to run and do it. So it's like I've been trying to make it out to the lake. I've been trying to do everything. And it's just, man, I need to go like be in a place, do something to like get going again. But I have started, you know, I definitely put on some pounds, and I'm 2 weeks into like really watching what I eat, and I'm ready to you know, start adding the extra level. So I'm gonna go, but I'm masking up. You know, I guess that'll give me an extra burn. I'm gonna
Please be careful, Lou. Just please be careful.
You know, lots of hand sanitizers, lots of distancing. And I was always very careful anyway, but I'm just not. You know, it's just like I have to really be careful about it, but not touch my hands, my face, whatever. You know, my phone and stuff. I'm gonna really figure out a way to do it. If that means bringing just a giant towel and marking which side touches the machine or whatever, I don't know. But I'm just, I don't know. But I gotta figure out how to get back on the treadmill and lift again, man. You know, gotta get back to the lifting. So that's me though. But
Yeah, I feel that. I know that in phase 1 they had like we were basically just able to go outside. I didn't participate in that. And I'm not sure this time am I going to participate in phase 2 either. I'm not comfortable yet. I'm just not comfortable yet.
So let me go with phase 2. Phase 2, everything open 50%, at least most things. Shopping malls, retail stores. Retail stores were open anyway because I went into a retail store. Restaurants, bars, breweries with food license, beauty salons, barbershops. All of these are going up to 50%. Tattoo places, massage. Massage. Gym, fitness center, conference venues, meeting rooms, libraries, community centers, office buildings and businesses, zoos, aquariums. So these are all going up to 50%. House of worship, movie theaters. I only know one movie theater that's open in New Orleans. Casinos, bars, and venues, again with whatever. Pools, public pools will be open.
I'm definitely not getting in no pool.
Interesting.
Definitely not getting in no pool.
But I guess is chlorine that good? I don't know.
Hell no.
They say it is,
They lie.
but
Anybody else heading out getting involved in phase 2 at 50%?
I might consider movies
Yes.
because I always go to the movies when it's empty anyway, empty and
Right.
earth.
Yeah.
I could be more open to that. I actually did go to the gym one day.
Mm-hmm.
And, everybody was being really mindful, and the staff was being really thorough because I got the email about what the protocols were going to be.
Uh-huh.
Let me think that over, and I went twice. First time, everybody was real, you know, tense, like don't come over here. Every other machine was roped off to reinforce the distancing. The second time, like just that quick, everybody seemed much more relaxed. So I was like, all right, if this trend continues, you know, somebody's gonna come over gym rat style, like trying to spot me and sweat on me, and I'm gonna run up out of here like a crazy man. So I started shopping for equipment to use at home, which they have amazing sales, but you get to the last page and they get you on the shipping. So it'd be like 45-pound plates for like pennies on the dollar. You get to the last page and shipping and handling is $5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I don't know about all that, but the jury is still out for me on the gym. I think it depends on like finding the right location where people got a vibe that could work for me, and I feel like it's gonna be, you know, some cooperation.
Yeah. I'll say this about the gym I was going to. I guess same gym Raheem was going to on Crowder. On a regular basis, I felt like everybody was pretty clean. You know, everybody like was in there pretty much wiping things down on a consistent.
Oh yeah.
Not just staff, but like there weren't too many machines where people weren't spraying it down when they got up and stuff like that.
Right.
Spraying it down when they first get to it. It was pretty nice. I still don't trust it, but it was pretty nice.
Maybe I'll bring my own hand spray. Maybe that's what I'll do. That may be the move. So Raheem was talking about it. The song's not out yet, but we were able to record a song for the state of Louisiana encouraging, you know, being safe, especially for African Americans during the COVID outbreak, because, you know, we have to be extra diligent. So I think it starts hitting the radio. I think either it already started or it starts in full steam, like across the state next week, but it'll be coming around. So it's called, the campaign in Louisiana is called We Need Us. So it's a little song that we put together called We Need Us. So all the people out there around the Louisiana, around the world, in the country, you know, the song is called We Need Us, written by WaterSeed and also performed by us. And then there'll be like a Zydeco version of it. There'll be a bounce version of it, a country version of it. So it's pretty cool. And so, yeah, it's, you know, there you go. We need us. Stay safe, y'all.
All right.
Stay safe.
So let's jump right to it. Let's go to
Stay woke.
Congratulations to Lindsay, who's in conversation. That's cool. She just bought a new house, y'all. I'm telling all your business, Lindsay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she got a new house.
She got
a new house.
Congrats to her and her family. And she gets to do the thing and hang out with the kids and have a good time. But we're going to get right to Lindsay's celebrity news.
Stop. Okay, I'm so sorry, y'all. I need my hiding space. Okay, get some oranges and leave me be. All right, y'all, celebrity news. So basically right now, the world is kind of on end with everything that's going on with the Black Lives Matter movement, and I am here for it. One of the biggest things that's happening also is a huge controversy with my homie, Billy Porter. I don't know if you guys got any word on it, but right now he's kind of in some interesting water because he came out with a live video post on Instagram that is being blown up in the shade room, where he states that he feels like the LGBT community is treated by the Black community the same way that white supremacists treat the Black community. And so, of course, people are up in arms right now saying that he's taking attention away from them. We need to do things one at a time, and it's picking up a lot of traction. So I want to, of course, ask you what your opinion is on that. Do you feel that the Black community treats the LGBT community the way that white supremacists treat the Black community?
I'll say this, and I'll say this because I love Billy Porter. I absolutely adore him. But that was hella counterproductive. Just in my opinion, it's hella counterproductive because we can't systematically oppress the LGBT community. That's not something that can happen. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't have that type of power. And secondly, I agree with some folk who are saying that he is taking attention because we have to fight. We have to win at least one battle before we can like fight another one. You know what I mean? And right now our battle is police brutality. It just has to stop. It has to stop. It has to stop. We're you know, it just has to stop. So with that being said, I will also say that he's not wrong. He's also not wrong because the LGBT community is oppressed in a sense. So he's not all the way wrong. It's just my whole thing with a lot of the Black celebrities right now is read the room, y'all. Read the room. Just read it. Just read the room. Your opinion right now in this time don't matter if you're not saying what the whole room is saying. Right now we're saying stop killing us cops. Read the room, join in that conversation. Because just earlier, not to change the subject, but B. Simone posted about how she doesn't want to date a guy with a 9-to-5 job. What the hell does that have to do with anything right now? What does that have to do with anything right now? Read the room. So many of our Black celebrities are just saying things and not reading the damn room. Read the room, guys. And now is not the time for you to be trying to be getting attention by the things that you say. Read the goddamn room. That's where I'm at with it.
So
that's my opinion.
This is what I'll say. And you know, I have friends that are in that community and I have family members that are in that community. And I, a long time ago, stopped really trying to figure out wrongness and rightness of it. I really don't care. It's about people's humanity. This is what I'll say. I'll say that the funny thing about the gay movement, and this is not the gay movement, but the community, is that I thought about this too, because a lot of people have been mixing the calls to action right now. And the one thing I went back to is that if I walked into a room and somebody was, if I walked into a room and somebody walked into the room next to me and they were gay, it's not necessarily guaranteed that someone could tell if they were gay or not, but
Right.
they would see my Black skin and then make a judgment call. Now, I'm not saying that the fight isn't, I'm not saying that what he's saying isn't true. What I'm saying is I'm agreeing with Raheem 2 times in a row now. I'm agreeing with Raheem, and I'm saying that it is an issue. But when I think about just police brutality, let's say we took sexuality out of it. If we're just talking about African Americans and police brutality, that is the very tip of the iceberg of the systematic. Because see, once we get rid of police brutality, then we have to deal with real systemic community, education, food deserts. We have to deal with all of these. We have to deal with, this is why Black people haven't risen, is because economically, we've been aggressively attacked and held back. You know, from the civil rights movement on through the proof of this happening. And even the latest, what I would call version of Black Wall Street, was crack in the late 70s and early 80s. They threw that into our communities and that destroyed a generation. So it's all of these issues that we have to solve. I would hope, and I'm not saying it's enough, but I would hope that by really getting this part of it, like signed, sealed, and delivered, that it will have a breach. And then okay, now we're bringing in this. The same method we use to kill that, we're gonna kill this. Same, and we just go from there. But there's never been let's be honest, there's never been a revolution in this country, ever.
Nope.
You know,
nope.
You could talk about the Civil War. No, that was just, you know, okay, you can't do this, but really they just reformed slavery under Jim Crow. You know what I'm saying? And systematic, oh, we can't do it this way, we got to do it that way.
Reform slavery as mass incarceration. Yep.
Exactly. So there's never really been, this country has never really had a revolution. We're still, in a lot of respects, we're still a very young country, but we're a young country with a lot of wealth and power. And I'm proud of this generation and the generations that have preceded this generation to finally start, you know, everybody, you know, the dudes, I think they thought, hey, well, the officers were arrested, that's enough. It's like, no, this is a breach. And we finally got a breach, and we're not going to stop until it's done. It's like the level of accountability that's going on right now, never in a million years did I, because when I really first started talking about white privilege, I was in high school and everybody thought I was crazy. I couldn't even verbalize it, but I would use the example that's being used. What were your grandparents doing? this is what my grandparents were doing. What were your grandparents? Mine were slave, but you know, and so it's like you've had chances to stack your wealth and stack your influence. So but to be talking directly to white people about white privilege and holding that mirror up in their face and making them see it and say, look, I ain't mad at you, because privilege is privilege. I'm not saying that you're guilty for having this privilege. I'm saying it's there. You need to acknowledge that shit so we can do something about it. And the fact that so many supposed people are now acknowledging that is a level of consciousness, not from us, we dealt with it, is a level of consciousness from people of color that I'm seeing, that I'm like, it, you know, I'm not even believing that. I'm like, I'm still in disbelief that we're here, but I'm like, let's keep going. So that's Billy, you know, it took me a while to even figure out who Billy Porter was. I'm like, Billy Porter. It's like, oh, okay, Billy Porter. And I like the dude too. He's a cool dude. But it is, it's like, damn, man, you know, Black people stay focused. Black people stay focused. Black people stay focused.
Keep that pressure up. Keep up the pressure. Like, I cannot say that enough. And of course,
focus.
Stay focused. And I feel bad because I do agree so much with what he's saying. I really do. I see where he's coming from. That is my walk. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's very angering to me when we don't have tunnel vision. We're kind of like all over the place. And if we don't stay focused on the privilege that we have right now to capitalize on this time where we have everyone's attention, you know, the pandemic, thankfully, it has put everyone in their homes where they now can see this video and see the oppression and see what we've been going through as a community for years and haven't been able to see on a broad spectrum. So the last thing I need or want to happen is the attention to get taken away from this when there's so much momentum. You know what I mean? And I trust when I say we need LGBTQIA rights. We need that. But at the same time, in the same breath, we need to also understand and put in perspective that right now the Black community finally is getting visibility.
Well, and let me say that too. And this is what I need people to understand. Black people have been the tip of the spear of this for a long time. And it's like, we're the people that's saying, do better, do this. We move it. I have a hard time understanding why other people of color in this country, especially, do not say, look, we're going to be behind you and be the shaft. You guys, you know, and we will go. But I feel like when this is broken into actual human equal rights, it'll happen. And that brings me to a point, and I'm gonna let Jay and Denise comment if you guys have anything to speak to on that.
Well, I'll just say, first off, I don't know who Billy Porter is. So
you know Billy Porter. Everybody knows Billy Porter.
Got to watch Pose.
Oh, yeah. I know you're talking.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Pose. Okay. Yeah, I know you're talking about. But it's really like, it's about the timing, and we don't have time for that right now, because this is on such a broad, we're dealing with something that has been so deeply rooted for so long. I feel like we can revisit that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, we got you, but not right now, because we got to deal with the fact you still a brother at the end of the day, and you still got to go out into this society, gay, straight, whatever. You still are dealing with these problems. And so I just think it's about the timing. I understand the platform that we have, which is social media, which allows for us to share in these conversations, but it's the timing of everything. And it's not, we're not ignoring it, but, we have to kind of put things in its rightful place so that we can focus, so we can have that energy, because I'm in awe to what's happening around this world. the pictures, the video of the people in protest during a pandemic, and people are not necessarily working. So they are capitalizing with their time to go out into these streets and protest about something that's a God-given right for us. So, I get it, you know what I'm saying? But we do have to focus. We gotta focus. So that's all I got to say.
I agree.
Totally.
I think I think I can understand why he would say, assuming his pronoun is he, because I don't know. But I think I could understand why he would say what he said at a time like this, because it's kind of like there's a bit of a fire, and he had a log to throw on it right now. So it's kind of like people are paying attention, and they're paying attention to brutality and inequalities, and he feels that the view of who is being brutalized needs to be widened. I can appreciate that perspective. I do agree that focus is needed. For me, I don't feel that the onus is on him to focus on the cause of the masses. I feel that it really has more to do with the lack of clear and direct leadership. Because if we had clear and direct leadership, we could model the empathy that we want shown to us. We could stop and we could be inclusive in the cause and say, I hear what you're saying. It's real to us and it's real to you, and we want to listen and we want to join forces on this. So if there's a point of relatability, we can fold these causes in together. And I think that's something that would come from clear leadership. I think there's a risk in not giving some ear to it. And I'm not talking about a distraction or a tangent, but I think there's a risk in not giving some ear to it, because it could poke a hole in the argument of Black Lives Matter versus All Lives Matter. Because without giving some ear to it, the All Lives Matter folks can say, well, you see, you are putting a focus on Black lives to the exclusion of other lives. So I think that it would be valuable to be inclusive, to say, look, I hear you, I believe you, jump on with this and let's get this together. As opposed to saying, hang on and wait and we'll get to you. I think there's a way to walk both down the aisle without losing momentum or focus.
So my feeling on that is I disagree. I'm like, and the reason I disagree, I think in a perfect world, not even a perfect world, but I think that there should be no marrying of the two. And that's not about it not being important. That's about the fact that people are looking for reasons to poke holes in this thing. And so when you add sexuality to it and stuff like that, then you have your Christian whites, Muslim blacks who would jump off the Black Lives Matter movement. You know what I'm saying? And where we need everybody, not everybody's mature enough to see it. So I'm like, no, let's be laser beam focused. Let's be focused like all of this stuff that we have going on, because we're a multifaceted community. All of that's got to wait a quick second. You know what I'm saying? We have these jokers. Let's get something passed. Let's get something solid. Then let's go back. And I know it sucks, because that's what Black people have been saying for years. Like, why we got to wait? Why we got to wait? Why we got to wait? I'm like this. I actually think sexuality is way more diverse and deeper than we in this country understand. You know what I'm saying? And there are other countries that really understand it, but we don't. So racism is crazy as it sounds, in my opinion, is more of a clear-cut line. You know what I'm saying? Sexuality, we haven't even, we're just fostering and picking up the the doctrine and belief system that you're not this or that. You know, it's a spectrum. You could be anywhere, everybody's somewhere on the spectrum, and it just depends on where you are. We haven't even talked about that. It's so many levels. Then there's people who are incredibly, I'm straight, but then they on the DL. It's so many.
Right.
The thing about sexuality is, in our culture, we relate sexuality to one of the worst sins to man. You know, we put it damn near on a scale of murder. You know, and I think that I agree with that. It's not balanced, and we should help the fight. But right now, in this moment, in this time in history, it needs to be as simple as one line: stop killing Black people. Police, stop killing unarmed Black folks. That needs to be clear, and we need to have crystal clear. And we're not saying no to that. We're just saying it's kind of like being a musician. We're musicians. We got a hit single. We're going to stop playing the hit single because we like this other song. No, bruh. You ride that joker till the wheels fall off. You ride that hit single till the wheels fall off that piece, and then you come and get the next song and you go. And that's I'm kind of like, and it's also like a physics thing. Look, the area of least resistance. There's a lot of resistance, but it's just, I think by adding the LGBT community to this argument actually does what you were saying, Jay, but just in another way, where it's like, you know, right now we have people in the community that are in that lifestyle that are marching next to people that may not agree with it, but they're marching right now. You know, so everybody's united on marching right now. Let's just get this done right now. I don't necessarily agree with that over there, but we marching together, and then we double back and weed those people out. So, but I hear what you're saying. I've never seen the country, I've never seen the world so focused on the fact that so many people of color around the world are beat this shit down by authority. And it's like, come on, let's go. It's like, it speaks to how massive this problem is worldwide with law enforcement, and everybody understands that police officer whipped my ass just because he was having a bad day. So,
yeah.
Did I get it? But I hope it solves some of the issues, because if they beat down a trans dude, if an officer beats down a trans dude, hopefully that person can be covered under what we're trying to get done right now. You know, so that's what I'm hoping. So I don't want to speed the subject along, but I just wanted to say that. And yeah, so I don't know if you want to respond, Jay, or not. Like it's a debate.
I definitely hear you. To me, what you were saying sounds more like agreement than disagreement. I feel as though
it does. Yeah.
I feel as though the police brutality is a segue into the issue of white supremacy. And if it's like the whole world versus white supremacy, I think it's a good time to have allies. I don't think it's a good time to divide the conversation about policy. And I think that is probably where the difference is made, where we can't start a discussion about LGBTQ. We can't, but we can say, let's put a pin in that. It's important to us, but get on with this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, off to another topic, and there's been a lot of people coming out pandering about, you know, every major company has come out. We stand with Black Lives Matter. We stand
Because
with
Black is trending right now. They don't give a damn.
It's been trending for a while, but it's through the roof right now. It's just like, man, we got to keep these dollars. You know, African Americans are the #1 consumer in America. So African Americans. So think about this: we spend more than any other race in this country, and we're like 10% of the country. But here's the funny part: Americans are the #1 consumers of the world. So where does that put African Americans on the list of consumers in the world? like in the top 5. So African Americans have so much buying power, and that's why I think. But we have combined our sources, whatever. Anyway, there's a lot of pandering, and I thought this was funny because the Democrats came out and they had on their Kente cloth. I don't even like Kente cloth anymore, but they had on their Kente cloth, and I'm just like, they took the knee, and I'm just like, what is this? What's going on here? But I just want to.
There was a meme. There was a meme that showed the Democratic Party in the Kente cloth, and they were like, "I too take the shackles off my feet so I can dance."
Pretty good one. This is the one I saw. Check this out. I want to share my screen. Check it out. This is the one I saw.
Oh God, yes.
Hilarious. Hilarious.
Because I voted for Barack twice.
That's the I voted for Barack. I thought that was hilarious. I'm like, come on into the
That's
family.
exactly how they look. That's exactly how they look.
Like, come into the. So Jordan Peele.
Somebody said, "What kind of white mess is this?"
What kind of white message? What kind of get out is this foolishness? Well, y'all know I had a little, black, so we deal with racism all the time. But did you guys see what I posted about me going into the subway yesterday?
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jay, you didn't see it? So look,
No, I didn't see it either.
yesterday I went into a subway.
Oh, no. I do know what you're talking about. Yeah, go ahead.
And it was crazy. So I go in and I open the door. There's the sister standing there, and she's just going off. As I'm walking up, I see the glass, and I see her just going off on the people. So I open the door, and I'm just waiting for her to come out. Going off, this is how I do customer service, blah, 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 blah. This is crazy. This is crazy. And she's like, thank you, sir. I was like, all right, have a nice day. She goes, and they calling people the N-word up in here. So I'm like, I go to this subway all the time. They're usually pretty good customer service to me. So I continue to walk in. I go up to the counter and I'm like, man, you calling people out their name, bro? And the dude goes like this. And so I'm like, oh, man. He looks to the floor. I'm like, man, I can't support y'all. And I walk out, right? And so I walk out like, okay, I can't do that no more. So, but then all of this is going on in my head because this sister went to her car mad. She was pissed, right? And I was like, there's so many times black women have said black men have not stood up for them in situations. So I drive over to her now, and it's raining. I drive over to her, and she was taking a picture of the subway. And I say, hey, put them on blast, put them on blast just to show her, look, I'm supporting you. I didn't spend my money there. But anyway, I get home, I post about it or whatever, tell the story. And it went quasi-viral. The thing was, shared like almost 600 times. All kind of people commenting, a couple lawyers called me, whatever. But the thing was like, there was one dude, I'm not going to say his name. I don't really know him, but I know a few people in the community know him. It's like, man, this story don't add up. It don't seem like it makes sense. What's this? I called that subway and they said they haven't served a black woman all day or all week for that matter. Now this is the subway on Franklin Avenue. Let me tell you for the people outside of New Orleans. If you are running any business in New Orleans and you have not serviced a black, especially somewhere to eat, a black woman all week, you are out of business. It just don't work that way. You have to serve black women. That's just because.
And first of all, sir, first and foremost, mind your goddamn business. Because you wasn't there, and I told you what happened. I don't give a damn if you called the store talking about, okay, you a Karen, basically.
No,
Talking about I called the store. That woman ain't have no reason to lie. They called her the N-word, and guess what? They don't need no more of our service. God damn it, talking about what he don't believe.
The crazy
Sit your
part.
duck ass down somewhere.
And this was a black dude. That was the crazy part because
Of course it was.
I posted it on behalf of we have power in our dollars.
Yes. I'm
posting it like, don't go to the subway on Franklin by Rouse's near the lake. Don't go over there because this is what happened. Like the community has to understand the power of the Black dollar. The fact that they understand, like the people that own that store, there are a lot of people of Indian descent that own several Subways in the city. Now, they hire their family members to work at different ones. So they're pooling their money, you know what I'm saying, to buy Subways and employ their family members. And we're spending money with them. But they don't respect us to think that we won't come back to their store and spend our money. So he felt comfortable to call this woman that. And that's why I approached him about it. And he said, nah, I didn't do that, blah, 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 blah. You know, maybe, I don't know. But it was really like,
Yeah, he did it.
I was really
I
upset.
believe my sister.
No, he definitely did it. I was upset that, and it was just one dude. Most people were like, nah, we good with them. I don't like them, no way. But that's the issue that Black people have been dealing with the whole time. And then, of course, I had one brother coming on, why you feel you have to defend Black women? They not all Black women ain't good. They don't all defend us. I was like, oh, here we go. It's just like, I was like, see, this, and it's not as drastic, but this is, for me, in the same category of what Billy's talking about.
Being post.
Like, if you go read the comments, it's hilarious. But this is kind of like the Billy thing. It's like, stay focused, bruh. It's like, why y'all talk about all this other stuff? Stay focused on the fact that we need to support one another right now, and we only need to spend our money, and Black establishments are allies to the Black establishment. So there are, we just said that there are some non-people of color that work very hard to help support Black people as well. So, you know, but.
Yeah, and I'll add to that, when I went to that particular Subway, I remember one time, I think I walked out. He didn't say the N-word or anything like that, but they did not acknowledge me, you know, and there was no one in the store, and yet they still were just acting like I wasn't there. They act like they were hella busy. It was like 3 of them, and they still weren't trying to serve me. And so I totally believe that where her experience was.
It definitely happened, and it's at the point just where I think that goes to the point of there is something happening in this country also that is about not certain races will step to a Black woman. They won't step to a Black man, you know, and I think as Black males, or any male for that matter, you see that happening, you got to step in and be like, look here, bro, you got to back up off that. You know, it's like, we ain't doing this today. So it's one of them things. But hey, check out my post if y'all want it. The comments are hilarious. So many, and it was a little off-putting for me because I didn't think that was going to happen. You know, like almost 600 shares was like, wow, okay, this is crazy. It was so many different opinions around this thing, you know. So it was interesting. So anyway, but I did my due diligence. That's all I could do. Like, a lot of people's like, what's the woman's name? I need her information so we can verify this. I'm just like, I don't know that young lady's name, and I wouldn't give it to you because I don't know you. So, you know. So anyway, Sinise, see if you can follow this up. Crazy question. What you got?
Oh, I can't follow. You know what? It's not really crazy, but it kind of speaks to with the climate, and you know, we're going to the subways, and you know, I'm about supporting the Black businesses and all of that. So my thing is, I think we need to do more gardening. Not for the sake of saying that we garden and, oh my gosh, I have a garden. But I mean, I really think that they're on some level in terms of our health and all of that. We should start, you know, this thing in gardening, because a friend of mine, he's a gardener, and he's like, I just don't find a lot of people who garden, Black folks. And I think he felt like, okay, there's a lot more that are starting to do. But over the past years, he hasn't really found that group, you know what I'm saying? So my question to you guys is, if you had to have a garden, I know some of y'all do, what would be those things, those vegetables, those fruits that you would want in your garden? So that
marijuana.
You don't go to Subway
She said fruits are vegetables.
It is a vegetable.
Well, what do you want? Huh?
It's an herb.
Mary Jane. I'm gonna have a bunch of herbs.
We have a bunch of herbs. Look, Lindsay, I'm gonna put Raheem on blast right now.
Why are you putting me on blast? We're shooting a show. Answer the girl question. Don't put me on blast, Mike. No. That's not what you
I want everybody watching this right now to tell Raheem if he's gonna partake of the Mary Jane, of the marijuana, he needs to stop smoking it.
No smoking the Mary Jane.
His vocal cords. So that's what I'm gonna say.
Why are you doing all that?
He calling you out.
Answer
all your
the question, bro.
And we're all investing in your ability to sing. So you need to stop smoking. And I'm done. Go. So what would I grow? I would
start growing.
I'm gonna push you down next time I see you, Luke.
You can cry. I would grow the cucumbers and the watermelons. Tomatoes.
Okay.
That's a good one. I would grow tomatoes and bananas.
That's it?
Cucumbers and watermelons is a good idea too, but I'd probably go for the cucumbers first because I think that's a little bit easier than watermelons. Watermelons just make my nerves bad because I'll be going out there every day trying to see if I got a watermelon outside.
I would grow mango. I actually like mangoes a lot, so I would want like some type of mango. And I would also probably do tomatoes because I like biting into raw tomatoes. Thanks, Robin.
She agrees, it sounds like.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
I think I would want to do cucumbers, bell peppers, mustard greens, mangoes. Look, I want it all because when I go to the produce section at the grocery store, I'm just like, I'm kind of over it, and it's a lot of stuff that I get. And I just want to grow it all within this climate. Avocados, but I don't know if I can do it here. Can I?
I don't think so.
Not here.
I don't think I can. But if I was given Jay?
Ginger.
What?
Ginger root.
Oh yeah, yes. So it's so many things. The ginger root is definitely one of those. So yeah, so that's where I'm at. What you got, Lindsay?
I'm coming to your house. I'm not growing nothing.
Lindsay like,
Listen, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not even gonna hold you. I am terrified of bugs. And the bugs down here in Louisiana are this type of bug. I'm not growing nothing. I'm going to Raheem's house. I'm going to Jay's house. I'm going to Lou's house. I'm going to Sini's house. I'm not growing nothing.
you see, this is why you can't get in the Walking Dead house. This is why you can't. You got to have survival skills. The revolution.
No, I have survival skills. I'll cook what y'all grow.
Okay.
That's right. That's so good. Yes, I feel you.
Kitchen, but I'm not growing nothing. Y'all, the bugs here have families and they have social security numbers and jobs. They have missions. I just saw for the first time now, Lou, you was talking about it, how I bought a house, and I'm not used to Louisiana. I just saw a frog on my window, on my back deck.
They killed the bugs.
A big frog?
I didn't bother him, but he terrified me because I saw like he was like climbing up the window and like
he's killing the bugs.
We have one living in our front door. I'm not, no. Y'all can grow and I'll cook.
All right. That's fair enough. Fair enough.
I think that's fair. That's a fair thing.
Flies and those mosquito hawks stick around.
So, there you go. Look, bugs don't bother me. nor do reptiles. So I'm good on all of it. So
Can I, right, okay, and really quick, because this was on my mind to say to Raheem, but I forgot. Did y'all see the speaking of reptiles, did y'all see the chick out on the like waterfront somewhere, and this snake, I believe it was a cobra, maybe not, it rolled up on this chick so fast I had to turn it off. It was,
you should have watched the whole thing. That was a fake snake on the string.
When she
oh,
pulled it back down to the water.
Yeah, it was a fake snake. He had it on a string, and he
Yeah.
that freaked me out. I had to turn it off.
Freaked me out.
I don't like snakes.
I was
don't
like,
like snakes, so.
I had
that was 28 days later, snake.
my first pet at the age of 2 or 3 was a snake. So
Of course it was, Lou.
yes, I dealt with those. So they don't bother me. They don't bother me at all.
Of course it was, Lou.
Snakes that
Why you mad, Raheem? Why you mad? I don't laugh at your jokes, and now I'm calling you out on what you smoking.
First of all, you definitely laughed at my meme joke earlier. So
Not.
what? Everybody watching, y'all know he laughed earlier. Y'all saw it.
Return of the Mac.
Oh, real quick, the potato, there were French fries. French fries are not from where? France, right? They weren't
There-
made.
Where do you cook French fries?
Where?
Not in France. You cook them in Greece.
Go ahead, laugh, Lou, laugh.
My baby laughing, so that's
You are
why
the
my
band
dad-
Waterseed, and this name of our blog is We Good. Man, I saw that. I saw you post that, man. I was like, are you kidding me?
Look, I
It
used
was
to,
hilarious.
so I love.
Clap.
I thought it was great.
Thank you, Lindsay.
2 thumbs way up.
Thank you.
Okay, whatever. Okay, we're over our hour now. So look, if you've been watching this, you're like really cool people and all this stuff. Thank you, all the people who've been tuning in. If you go to Waterseed Music on YouTube, we haven't been promoting it yet, but it's been doing pretty good. We released a lyric video that's got Black Girl Magic all over it. We released a lyric. We released a lyric video for Gotta Love You Mo. And we'll do an official video once this corona thing continues to clear up. But the video was released on June 1st and it has 28,000 views. So we are very excited and happy about that. So thank you all the people who have been watching. And the single is still out there. Waterseed Gotta Love You Mo. Check it out on Spotify. Also, we have a new single coming out on the 26th called It Ain't My Fault. That's gonna be dope. We're gonna do, we have another song we'll probably drop next week. That's We Need Us, which is the call to action for all the people here in Louisiana and around the world to mask up, wash your hands, do all that stuff. Make sure you fight this corona thing. And then we'll probably drop like a secret mixtape or something. Because we're artists and we have stuff on our minds about we're gonna say it the way we necessarily can't say it to our regular fan base. Yeah, we can say it to them too, but you know, it's gonna be something that's really heartfelt and about all the things that's going on and to address how we're feeling about some of that stuff. So we're excited about that. So keep your ear to the ground on that so you can find out when that's coming out. And I think that's it. We're way over time now. So we are Waterseed. You'll see us, I think the 24th of June will be streaming live from the Fillmore here in New Orleans and on all live stream outlets and all of that good stuff. So we feel good. How y'all feeling?
We good though.
We good though, baby. So this is episode 12. Stick around for episode 13. We took last week off because it was just, so you know, we'll keep it going. Thank you all. And just like that, oh, Jay disappeared. Just like that, we're gonna head out and we're gonna drop the music right there. Peace. Raheem, give my money, Raheem.